Hey, what's up guys? John here. We have some real devastation happening right now in New Orleans. One person passed away. We have massive property damage and about between 700,000 and a million people lost all power. A lot of people are dependent upon FEMA for assistance. In addition to that, it could be 3 days to 3 weeks until they have power back on for the people that still have a home. When we look at the significant property damage here, I see, when I look at problems, I always ask myself, with everything in this world, whenever I see a big problem that comes around, I say, is there a lesson that I could learn here? Is there any takeaway that I could learn here so that I don't ever go through a massive loss? And I think in this video, what I want to talk about are all the things that we see on a day-to-day basis that could be massive learning lessons. A lot of people will just bypass them as if, oh, okay, it's not my life, it's not a big deal. But it will be everybody's deal because things happen. Nightmare situations do happen. If you're prepared for them, then you'll be all good. For example, I've dealt with my fair share of insurance problems and having issues, but I'm always overinsured. I always have coverage, and I'm putting myself in that position because I don't want someone to break their ankle on my property or for me to get hurt or anything to happen. And there's one situation where I end up like this. Just with my family devastated. So I'm always over-insuring. In this video, I'm going to talk about what the Louisiana Insurance Commissioner just recommended, which is important. If you are in Louisiana, if you have a property there that's been impacted, here's his advice. He said, the Louisiana Department of Insurance encourages you to promptly contact your agent and insurance company. You want to be very quick and fast on this because if there's, say, 300 people inside your neighborhood and everyone has massive property damage and you're number 299 or 300 that calls in to report your damage, you're likely going to get much less service, or it's going to take you much longer time to receive great service than if you were the first person to call in. So call in. Most policies require property owners to protect their property from further damage after a storm, so you may need to make temporary repairs, keep the receipts for any repairs. Your insurance policy may have a provision for a reimbursement or county money spent towards your deductible. Another thing that I would recommend for everyone to do that's either owns a property now or they're considering to buy property is to take this into consideration. In times of disrepair, when bad things happen or recession or depression, more cases are filed, more claims are filed. So people are looking for a way to get out of a desperate situation. Maybe they lost their job, more lawsuits happen. So here's what they said. But how can a recession affect insurance claims more generally? For example, recessions, insurers can receive more opportunistic claims and there can be an increase in litigation. There's more anecdotal evidence around this than hard evidence. Overall, the level of economic activity is a bigger driver. Then he goes on to say, you want to take pictures or videos of the damage, both to your home and to your contents. Make sure that your agent or insurance company have your correct contact info if you have to evacuate or are unable to receive information at your home. Attempt to separate damaged personal property items from undamaged items, but do not throw away. Keeping these items will help the claims adjuster better assist you with completing inventory that's been lost. This is why I really do believe one of the big mistakes that most people make when they buy a house or their first rental property is that they are so fixated on keeping their price, their monthly payment as low as possible. And in my view, I've always had this, you don't want to be, penny smart, dollar stupid, where you're saving every single penny, but then in the event that a bad situation happens, you lose it all. So I always believe in going for that extra coverage, paying the extra 10, 20, 50, 80 bucks a month to have almost immunity on the property. That's what you want. That's what you want with your life, your car, your house. Everything should be overinsured. For vehicle owners affected by storm damage, if you have comprehensive coverage through your vehicle policy, you should be covered for damage. Review your policy or contact your agent to determine the type of coverage you have. For renters affected by storm damage, if you have renter's insurance, storm damage is covered. Your personal property damage by the storm will be covered according to your policy limits. you will have to pay a deductible before your losses will be paid out. However, renter's insurance may also include coverage for additional living expenses if you are unable to occupy your rented house or apartment due to the storm damage. The coverage may pay for additional costs you incur, such as a hotel bill. Important to know, however, is that if your landlord has insurance on the property, it typically will not cover the tenants. Again, I really do recommend for everyone that is around a bad situation, like right now, for example, I posted on social media probably 3-4 weeks ago, do you know anyone that's been impacted negatively by the forbearance that could potentially be going into foreclosure? And it was like 25% of people. 25% of people. You look at this situation where you have 700,000 to 800,000 or more people, many of which are going to have to relocate, coupled with the forbearance and the eviction moratoriums. You're going to have all these landlords that are going to be even more careful with who they decide to rent a property to. So people are in financial hardship right now, and I think that we are going to see a rising amount of claims, insurance claims against property owners. So my advice to everyone right now is to hop on a call with your insurance adjuster and make sure you have really good insurance coverage and that you have a backup plan in the event a really bad situation like this happens. You know, my heart goes out to the families, everyone that's in New Orleans. I hope nothing further happens and that everything gets cleaned up and everyone gets back on track in New Orleans. But there is a lesson here. There is a big learning lesson here that I wanted to share with everyone, which is make sure you have really good insurance coverage. Make sure you're protected, your family's protected, and you always have a backup plan. What are your thoughts on all this? Do you believe in adequately insuring your properties? Drop your comment below, smash that like button, subscribe here, consider subscribing on my personal channel. I'll leave the links pinned down below in the top comment, and I'll see you guys in the next video. If you've enjoyed this video and want to dive deeper into the real world of real estate investing, make sure to check out my gold standard program, Cash Flow Rental Blueprint, by clicking the link in the description below this video. We're currently living in very difficult times. I personally believe these are some of the hardest times that we've ever lived in. We are losing, in many cases, our families, our businesses, our jobs, our sense of security. All this is at threat right now, and it's all thanks to the draconian shutdowns that we're all faced to live under. It's times like these that we can see the value in having more than one stream of income. This is certainly not an unattainable goal or something reserved for only a select few. It is the achievement through education and hard work. Now is the time to be relying on multiple streams of income and not just Big Brother. I hate to be the bearer of bad news, but if you think that your pension is going to cover your retirement, you're going to be in for a rude awakening. Don't wait until misfortune knocks at your door. Be proactive and create more security for yourself and your family. One of the best ways you can earn a side hustle today is through real estate investing, something that I've been involved in for over a decade. The strategy is to invest in multifamily homes and live off of rental income through your tenants. These are some of the homes and apartments I currently own and I'm renting out. In my Cash Flow Blueprint, I'll teach you the ins and outs to real estate investing. You'll learn everything about recession-proof investing, real estate versus stocks, different types of real estate investing, how to appraise your own deals so you're not leaning on a third party to tell you what something is worth, out-of-state investing, maximizing your profits, and minimizing your expenses, improving your credit score, different types of loans and which one best fits you and your deal, selecting the right mortgage broker, finding the best deal, lease agreements, and how to find great tenants, and many, many more topics. This is my gold standard program, and in it I put together 1 decade's worth of experience and millions of dollars that I've invested, saving you the time and the money to learn the lessons that I had to learn. To learn more, click the link in the description below this video.